in the 6th inning to put the Cubs ahead. They added on 3 more and beat the Reds by a final count of 5-1. Carlos Zambrano joins the 10-win club, and Harry Wood picks up save number 23. Of the cheap variety, only a 1 out, but he earned it.
There is no such thing as a cheap save. They're all tough to get. You hear that noise? Woo, woo! That's the big blue train.
He's Dan Plesac. I'm Gail Fisher. Hello and welcome to Lowe's Cubs Postgame Live. And Dano, you are fired up. The Cubs are winning again. You get to Wrigley Field and the wins come again. So 2 now up on the Reds. They won yesterday. They won again tonight, and Carlos Zambrano was outstanding.
Well, this was really the recipe why this team is where they're at right now. Their starting pitching has been very good. Carlos Zambrano, Ryan Dempster, Ted Lilly have really picked it up, and this was just the way the Cubs have won, the blueprint for them to be where they're at right now. Good enough starting pitching. They have an explosive offense. The bullpen, it got a little dicey there in the 9th inning, but listen, when you have the depth that this team has, they're going to be an awful tough team to slow down. And you add Rich Harden, who they newly acquired yesterday, to this mix. It's going to be a tough catch for St. Louis and Milwaukee.
Well, Zambrano making just his 2nd start since coming off the disabled list. And do you think all the talk about Rich Harden, the ace from Oakland, coming over to the Cubs, Ryan Dempster getting 10 wins before Big Z, that he went out there and wanted to show everybody who the real ace of this team is? He threw a 1-hitter, Dan. He is our Felco star of the game and just absolutely outstanding. He didn't show any sign of weakness except for perhaps giving up that home run to Adam Dunn.
Well, you know, this is part of baseball. You eventually have to throw the ball over the plate. You know, he threw a 3-2 fastball on the outer third that was up, that Dunn was able to get up in the air. A big, strong guy who's hit a boatload of homers, I believe 37 in his career against the Cubs. But really, when you talk about Carlos Zambrano, 1 hit through 8 innings, he was as good as he's ever been in a Cub uniform.
Retired 20 in a row. Let's hear from skipper Lou Piniella at Wrigley.
Good movement on his fastball. Used his split finger effectively. Mixed in his slider. Good pitching. Really good pitching. He wanted to go out and finish it, but this is only his 2nd time out since being off the DL. We were on a game plan of 100 to 105 pitches, so we let him hit. That appeased him a little bit.
Got a little exciting,
Yeah, it got a little exciting. It really did. We had 2 quick outs. What a play Derek Lee made on Bacco. My gosh. And we had 2 quick outs and 2 strikes on the hitter. And before you know it, they got the bases loaded. Woody's had a little bit of a blister, and we've tried to stay away from him, but we brought him in, and he did a real nice job getting Phillips.
Marvel gets spiked on that foot.
He got stepped on. We didn't take his shoe off, but he said he was fine. And we'll just give him the total day off tomorrow. He won't even go out to the bullpen.
Ramirez is back.
Ramirez is starting to swing it, yeah. Big home run, and then that double off the wall in center field. Fukudome had a big double. Just a good game. We played well defensively. Terrio made a few nice plays at shortstop. Our outfielders went out and got the ball. It was a good ball game all the way around, and Zambrano from the pitching standpoint gave us all we wanted and more.
You've got 2 starters with 10 wins apiece and a chance tomorrow for another guy. That speaks highly of those.
Oh, no question. I mean, we try to consider ourselves a pitching dominating team, or a pitching oriented team. And, you know, we give the ball to our starters, we watch their pitch counts carefully, and then we're fortunate that we have some people in the bullpen that can get the job done. So, it's a tribute to our starters and a tribute to our bullpen that they hold on to these leads for.
Well, do you think the rest that Carlos had, because, you know, he probably didn't need the full 15 days. Do you think that?
A rest is always good for any pitcher. There's no question. That's why we've tried here to skip a pitcher on a turn occasionally, but we try to do it. That's why we try to shorten up pitchers after they've had a couple longer outings. Yeah, fresh arm is vital. It's key to pitching, and Carlos has one now, and he won't pitch at all now till I think Saturday in Houston, except for whatever use Clint Hurdle wants him in New York on Tuesday. So he'll be nice and rested for his next turn.
Lewis, he slowed down his delivery. I mean, he looked to be a little bit more patient. I know he was aggressive, but he just seemed to be a little bit more patient.
I don't think so. I mean, he'll be in here probably next, so you can talk to him, but I didn't notice anything.
Would you mind Hurdle used him 3 innings?
No,
Would you rather go see him 2?
3 innings? Well, he pitched, what's today? Today is Wednesday?
Yeah, I mean, it would be...
So he'll be, yeah, he can use them. He can use them a couple. I mean, he's got other pitchers over there that basically need to get into the ball game and that are very capable and deserve to pitch. But Carlos will be nice and fresh. You know, it's a shame that Dempster's pitching Sunday, but that's the way the rotation fell. So, and see if we get a good one from Lily tomorrow and go from there. Thanks.
All right, that was Lou Piniella. Now in our Kawasaki Let the Good Times Roll feature, we take a closer look at the domination of Carlos Zambrano and Ryan Dempster at Wrigley this season. They are a combined 15-0. Both have ERAs under 3. And Dan, I don't know if you think much of home field advantage, if people do in general. Obviously, there's something about Wrigley Field that these two pitchers have a lot of success there.
I know one thing, you were very intrigued with that board because you are the numbers gal.
I am.
And, 15-0 between the two, and it just goes to show you. And then you acquire somebody like a Rich Harden. You're going to add that between those two. Ted Lilly has gotten better as the season has gone on, and you're looking at a really strong starting rotation right now. And it's going to take an awful lot for Milwaukee or St. Louis to catch this team, particularly post-All-Star break when they get Soriano back. Now, that's a big bat that's been out of the lineups, and you have to give credit to this whole team. This whole season hasn't been a one-man gang. It's been Derek Lee at times. It's been Aramis Ramirez. It's been Soriano, Fukadomi, and some of the behind-the-scenes guys, Mark DeRosa, Ryan Theriot, Fontenot, Giovanni Soto. You could go through that entire roster, and just about every facet of this roster has been very important of this team being where they're at right now.
Well, taking a look back at the pitching matchup from tonight, we've talked about Carlos Zambrano a little bit.
I think those two stars really helped me a lot, and I've been doing all my exercises for my shoulder, and that helped me a lot too. And I just have to keep doing my exercises and everything that I'm supposed to do to be strong.
Carlos, do you see that you're going to be taking off, except for the All-Star game, another block of time before you get out there again? You want to just start getting back in that regular flow?
Well, I think I would pitch in the All-Star game, and that would be like a game for me, and I would try to do the best as possible to pitch or to throw a lot of pitches in the bullpen, and just take that like a game, and if I would throw one inning, I think I would throw, like I said, I would throw a lot of pitches in the bullpen, like simulate a game. As soon as the manager say, you want to be the second, third, fourth, fifth pitcher, be warming up and be ready for that. So it won't be a longer period for my next start. I don't know if it would be Friday after the All-Star break or Saturday. They haven't.
What about starting the All-Star game? You like to do that?
Yeah, I mean, if he wants me to start the All-Star game, I will do it. It's an honor for me.
How much did you want to go back out
finish the ninth inning or did Stack go wrong?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's been a long time that I don't pitch a complete game, and I think the last time was last year, and I wanted to do that, but not in this situation. I come off of the one star goal, and it's too soon after the, and hopefully in the second half of the season I will have a chance to throw a complete game.
Carlos, do you know in the bullpen?
You like that side, huh?
I do.
Yeah.
They're my people. You know in the bullpen that you have good stuff or not going out there in the mound? You know right then and there what type of game you think you're going to throw?
Yeah. As soon as I go out there and I start playing catch and I start, throwing in the bullpen, I know what kind of game I can have, and if I command all my pitches and do all my game plan, that day I will have good games, and I think every starting pitcher, as soon as they go to the bullpen and they know how they feel that day, they have their game plan like me, just like me. I have my game plan and how we pitch to good ball club like Cincinnati, and go from there. Just execute and throw strike, and that's the key.
After the done home.
All right, Carlos Zambrano picks up win number 10 on the season for him as the Cubs beat the Reds 5-1. One note before we hit a break, Lou Piniella did tell the media that Rich Harden will start on Saturday against Kevin Correa of the Giants. So just looking at this rotation a little bit, Zambrano now done until the All-Star game Tuesday. He mentioned Ryan Dempster will have to pitch on Sunday, and it will be Rich Harden making his Cubs debut on Saturday.
And you and I are doing that game.
And we are doing that game. It'll be a noon game, by the way, for those of you who might have thought it was a 3 o'clock game on Saturday. A noon game, Wrigley Field. Dan and I will be here. We'll get you started and prepped at 11:30 with Cubs pregame live. All right, let's take a break. And as we go to break, let's check out our Pontiac Opinion poll question. With the addition of Rich Harden, what should the Cubs do about the 5th spot in the rotation? Start Sean Marshall and send Jason Marquis to the bullpen. Start Marquis and send Marshall to the pen. Start Marquis and send Marshall to Iowa to keep him as a starter. Log on to ComcastSportsNet.com, click the link to Chicago, then go to the Cubs page to cast your vote, and we'll have the results later on Lowe's Cubs Postgame Live.
Coming up on Sports Night, the new Cubs make their way to the north side to cheer on Big Z as he tries to pitch the Cubs to their 3rd straight victory. The White Sox try to make it 7 straight against the Royals. Could Javier Vazquez lead the way? And Derrick Rose sits out a Summer League game against the Magic. Should the Bulls be concerned about the health of their #1 pick? All that and much more.